Hello. Welcome. My name, of course, Ryan Aman, Director. It is with great honor that I have chosen to present to you a new work by local talented playwright Jacquelyn Priskorn. Enough. The play entitled Sacrifice, in which we ask ourselves, what is a sacrifice? Well, we better figure it out before. Oh, sorry. We better figure it out before we make one to the great deity. In that we will. The setting, demonic chanting can be heard from the distance, approaching a woman gagged and bound, hurried to her final destination by a group of acolytes. Her muffled cries being silenced by their rushed and hurried chanting. Ladies, gentlemen, sacrifice.
Oh great deity, we bring you this sacrifice. We ask that you accept this blood, this life, this flesh. We ask that you give us your favor so that we may bring glory to your name. We bring so much glory to your name, but we want to know that you hear us, so we bring you this sacrifice. We will now allow the sacrifice to speak, so that you may hear her fear of your great power, so that her fear may feed you, move you, and lead you to reward us for this sacrifice to you. Allow the sacrifice to be heard.
The gag is removed from her as she screams. She opens her mouth wide as if to scream, but then just stretches her jaw and sticks out her tongue as if a reaction to a bad taste.
Oh my God! That was terrible!
The leader seems a little thrown up, but the leader seems a little thrown up by this, but continues the ceremony as planned.
Hear her cry and accept this sacrifice.
Hold on, everyone. How is killing me a sacrifice to any of you?
What?
I mean, isn't the definition of sacrifice to give up something that's precious to you? Am I precious to any of you?
Awkward silence.
So what you're saying is, if you killed me, it wouldn't be much of a sacrifice, right?
Nor awkward silence.
I mean, I do have to clean up after. That's not easy.
Yeah, it gets real messy here. Jerry can be here scrubbing for hours.
Is that really enough suffering to be considered a sacrifice?
It's pretty gross.
Don't take any offense to that.
You shouldn't. It's just business.
Do not converse with the sacrifice.
But, my dear, this is what we're trying to decide. Whether or not that sacrificing me is real suffering.
It is.
Don't converse with the sacrifice.
The great
is more of an all-or-nothing deity.
I see.
She sure did see. Who forgot the blindfold?
Really?
I dropped it in a puddle, so I don't know what kind of puddle. It was gross.
This is a sacrifice.
It was gross, though.
Sacrifice!
I don't know, kids. I think you're gonna have to rest some Olympic fibrosis. Something. It is the great deity we're pleasing.
That is not what I'm saying here.
But you do get what I am saying, right? Killing me is not a sacrifice. There will not be a gaping hole in your life where I used to be.
Just the gaping hole where your heart used to be.
Really?
Yeah, that's where all the blood is. And also, for your information, we could go to jail if we get arrested for murder if someone caught us.
Oh yeah, that jail would suck.
No one is getting arrested. You all work in the police force or in the DA's office. We talked about this.
Still, the risk is there.
Is it though? I mean, like, what are you really losing if I were to die?
I mean, I rather enjoyed stalking you the last few days.
Right? You go to such interesting places.
I didn't even know we had an art museum in town.
Well, the art museum's still gonna be there whether I'm alive or not.
True.
But I did enjoy watching you enjoy that art. I'll miss those times.
You were a true connoisseur.
Oh, sweet. But not a sacrifice.
No?
No. You're going to move on and find your next victim, stalk them down, and that gaping hole is still gonna be missing. But
Yep.
you're just fine.
Where all the blood is. Exactly.
You know what? This sacrifice has lifted the leptospirosis blindfold from all of our eyes.
The what? This is stop.
I get it now. This is just a party where we kill a stranger at the
A
end.
party where we have to clean up after.
And provide our own cleaning supplies.
No, you really
Look.
don't.
You're an extremely charismatic leader. And it's hard to tell you no, but here it goes. No.
No.
We can't just keep blindly murdering for you and the great deity anymore. We have questions. We admit we should have asked those questions after the first 5 sacrifices.
Hindsight's 20/20.
For sure. But we're asking now.
And we're letting you go.
Don't!
You're right. Killing you isn't a sacrifice. We should only do what would truly please the great deity. This isn't truth.
And murder masquerading as a sacrifice is really just blasphemous lies, isn't it?
The Acolytes released the sacrifice.
You are right.
The sacrifice stretches with a newfound freedom.
You know what else you are right about? All the blood is in the heart.
I knew it! What?
The sacrifice makes a powerful gesture. Plunging the room into darkness. We'll pretend. The door slams shut. No, go inside.
Oh, there's two.
Yes, go inside.
You see it?
Slam shut. There is chaos. Screaming. People trying to get out. An unearthly screech. The sound of flesh ripping and squelching, bone snapping, a large mouth slurps and chews as people fight for their lives. They are being eaten alive. Yummy. Bodies hit the floor. Bodies hit the floor. Bodies hit the floor. Until the only sound left is a sound of a slurping and chewing mouth of enormous size. The lights return to reveal the sacrifice, standing over Acolytes 1 and 2 with their hearts raised high above their head. She squeezes the last of the crimson juice into her mouth. The leader stands silent and in shock. Satisfied, the sacrifice drops the heart to the ground with a large splat. Splat. She squirms in ecstasy.
Was my line?
Yes.
Okay. The truth tastes delicious.
You ate them all.
So, okay, go ahead and call me once your next act is like a symbol.
Who's gonna clean this up?
Not it.
Well, thank you for your sacrifice, my dear.
Blackout. The audience erupts into applause.
Let's give it up again for the cast and performance of Sacrifice.